Okay, now that we've done all this work and we've got our structure modeled up, the next thing we need to do is we need to create a drawing. The drawing is important because in the drawing we're going to use it as a basis to lay out our structure and build it. So it'll have to be a 1-to-1 scale. So let's go ahead and create a new drawing. So we'll come over here and create a new drawing from design. Very important that you set it to a B-size drawing, 11 by 17. And yes, you can print 11 by 17. Have no fear, Mr. Platt will show you how to do it. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And Fusion is going to go out and open up a drawing file. Now, once it's getting this file out here, let's go ahead and place. It'll come up and ask you to place the structure in there. There it is right there. We'll go ahead and set that to 1-to-1 scale. We'll hit OK. And then now I want to come over here and make sure you open up your document settings. Go down here to linear to dimension units. Let's make sure we're set to 4 decimal places here and 4 decimal places there. We'll go ahead and change metric as well, just in case we want to do a metric dimension. Hit OK. Now, next thing I want to do is I'm going to highlight this title block. I'm just going to get rid of it because I'm going to create my own custom title block. Now I'm going to take this guy and move him down to about right there. Looks good. We're going to create a projected view off of this, and it'll be the top view. We'll come up to about right there. Looks good. Hit escape. Okay, so we got a front view and a top view, so that's good. But we need to create another view. So the other view we're going to create is just called a base view. I'm going to stick it right over here. I'm going to change the scale to 1-to-2. And then I'm going to say I'm looking at the front. Well, I want to look at the right side. So I'll put that right side in there. And I'll hit OK. And I'll drag this guy over a little bit, kind of get him out of the way. And that's going to work out good. Now I've got to put a custom title block that would be what TSA would want us to do. So it doesn't have to have our name or anything like that, just our identification number. So we'll come over here and get a rectangle, and we'll come across here from that point. Make sure we snap on that one point, come up to about, let's go about, trying to get around 5/8. That looks good enough to me. Hit OK. So once we've got that in, now we can come back and start dimensioning. Let's take a quick break and come back to this. Okay, now that we've got that in there, I'm going to come in and create some quick rough dimensions. The one I want to do right now is this top view here. Go ahead and snap to the extents of it here, so it should say 13.5 inches. That's what it is. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to come in and put a dimension at the opening where the tester rod's going to go. So I'm going to go here to there. It's 3/4 that opening. That looks good. So the next thing I want to do is come up here to this, get some rough dimensions on this. We'll snap to here and here. We'll pull that out to there. Now I'm going to come back here and double click on this. I'm going to change this around a little bit. That'll work for right now. Go with that. Actually, I like that better. I'll go with that. Okay, so that's in. So now I want to come down here to this guy, and I'm going to put a dimensional height in from here to here. I don't want to do it that way. I'm going to come over and get a linear dimension. So I'll snap to specified point on the base object. I get that. Come up here to this guy here, and I'll come straight out to the side. 2.75, that's what I thought. Now we'll come over here and get another dimension from here to here at 2.25. Got to have that dimension in. That looks good. So we'll come up to the top, and I'll get a inner dimension from here to here, 2.25. So basically a 2.25 square radius in there. That looks good. I like that. Okay. Now I want to go ahead and create a dimension from here. Let's hit escape. Let's go from here, hit spacebar, come back to dimension, linear. We'll snap to this and this and come up. I'm going to come up about right there. Now the reason I'm coming up to there is because I want to get some dimensions that I can work on based on center line. So I need a center line. So I'm going to come up here and grab this object here and this object there, and I've got a center line in it. Now I can modify this center line. If I hit escape and just pull this up to this edge, which is perfect, and I'll come down here and do the same thing at the bottom to about right there. That's good. And I want to come in and put an inner dimension from here, let's do linear because I want to be at linear. Do a dimension from here to here. Escape, try that again. Space bar, okay. Linear dimension from there. Okay, got linear dimension. Try this one more time. Keep snapping off to the edge. I'm going to go from here this time to that, and I'll come up to there. That's what I want. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to create some more center lines on this guy here and this guy here, and then on this guy here and this guy there. That looks good. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit escape, grab this guy, take it all the way up to this edge right here. Click on him, take him all the way up to the edge right there. It looks good. We'll go ahead and get our linear dimension command again. Dimension here to there. Okay, I think I'm right on that. Basically 0.2, so I do the same thing here. We'll let it there, same size. So it's 2 inches. Okay, good enough. Alright, so we got that in. So what else do I need to build this structure? Probably what would be important would be to put a center line right here. That looks good. Then we'll come over and do a linear dimension from here and here, and we will, nope, we're not going to do a linear dimension. We'll do this one here instead. Hit escape, grab this guy, because I want that point right there, and I want that point right there. That's what I'm looking for. It's not quite parallel, but that'll work for now. Okay, so we got that in there. I think we got enough dimensions here to build that, but let's double check a few things here real quick. We got to put that dimension of that thickness of the top member here. It's going to be, whoops, it's going to be 1/4 inch. Same thing on the bottom one here, 1/4 inch. And then on the rest of these members, I'm just going to say I've got to show it that it's 1/8 inch. I'll just come up here and do it off this. Here and here, 1/8 inch. Got that one at the top. That looks good. We'll go ahead and just for kicks and grins, we'll get this one here and this one here. Just come down, so people understand exactly what these dimensional sizes are. We'll make sure that's in there. That should be sufficient for me to build this structure. I think we're good. Oh, here's one I need to get in. Let's go ahead and pull this down a little bit. I'm going to hit escape, grab this. I'm going to take this down a little bit because I want to get a dimension from here, from this point right. Let's get a linear dimension. Linear dimension from there to there. Perfect. Got to move that up a little bit. Okay, escape, grab that, pull it up. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I think for now we're pretty much done with creating our drawing. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Take a look at it. I'm liking it. I'm sure I can come back and add more dimensions later. But for now, this looks pretty good. I did miss a dimension. Let's get this one in. Let's go back to linear. Or we'll use this one instead. Yes, I want to make sure I got that in there. And I got a height, and I didn't get an overall height. So I'll get that on this guy right there. Okay. That looks like we can build this structure from this. Alright, so let's save our file. Hit save. Now, once we got the drawing saved, we want to come over here and do exports. I usually export PDF, and it'll come up and ask me a location. This is structure number 24. Yeah, I can put it there. And so I did that. Now I'm going to do it again. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm going to let it go ahead and open up Acrobat and see if it's going to open up the PDF file. I don't think it's going to open it up. So what I'm going to do now is do export again. This time I'm going to put it in a location that's pretty easy for me to get to. Open PDF, probably should have selected that last time. And I will go over here and I will go to save to my computer. I'll click on this. and I will go put it in my downloads folder. So I've got a million things in my downloads folder, so I'll put it there and hit save.